Just doing my job, man. Y'all don't gotta get no cameras on me. It's
Get
one
some camera work, man. Stop
y'all.
Hey, get some camera work,
Hey,
man. Talk to the people, man.
You know what we're talking about. Hey,
man.
Represent for Jersey, Plainfield. You know what
Man,
I'm saying?
where you from, man?
Hey, Plainfield, New Jersey,
Come on,
East Side.
man.
You already know what time
man.
it is, man.
Represent, man. My boy Hilliman, man.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Untapped Healing, where we help you tap into your healing potential. In today's episode, I'll be introducing you guys to our new series, People with Passion. And in this series, we're gonna be diving deep on the personality types, the people that not only go forth and talk about what they wanna do, but they actually put in the effort and get it done. If you're interested in getting what you say you wanna get done in 2020, this series is for you. Now, first episode today, we got the New York Giant Jonathan Hilliman.
Into the end zone for a touchdown.
My man John is extremely intelligent, extremely humble, and really athletic. I mean, he's a New York Giant. Absolutely killed the scene at Boston College, killed the scene at Rutgers, and I mean, we all know him for his high highs, all his accolades, but trust and believe this man John has also had his low lows. So for this reason, I want to share his story with you today, and I want you to receive it and understand that through and through, this man stuck through with his passion. And I hope today we motivate you to stick it through and through with your passion too. Ngwa's gonna be asking him some questions, I'm gonna be asking him some questions, and we got a really nice little surprise for him at the end, so stick around. Y'all really gonna love it, because I mean, he loved it. And yo, let's get right into it.
The big hole on the edge. Hilliman.
We have problems. Here we go. Ready? Go. Here we go. 10, 9, quickly, 8.
Yeah, Hilliman on the corner. Did he get there? Touchdown.
Here we go. Here we go.
Talk about how do I feel about those who talk about it and those who execute it? Man, talk is cheap. That's what I learned from my dad. Pretty much my dad, my uncles, and anybody, coaches, anything, you know. My dad used to always tell me all the time, he said, your actions were so loud that I couldn't hear what you just said. How strong and powerful that was, I didn't understand until I got older, because it's like, yeah, I hear you talking, but what are you doing?
We want people to make guarantees to us, but we're not willing to make guarantees to ourselves.
Go. Blue. There you go. Good.
No, bro, I'm gonna say it again. Like somebody gave you a guarantee, $30, 30-day guarantee. In 30 days, if you don't make what they told you was gonna make, in 30 days you got an attitude, you want your money back. But you've never demanded your money back from yourself.
St. Peter's Prep, over 4,600 rushing yards, 55 TDs. 33 of those rushing TDs senior year, crazy. 2013 All-American, the school's first 2,000-yard rusher. All-conference freshman year at BC, Boston College, by the way. Over 2,200 rushing yards at Boston College and 21 TDs in 3 years. Graduated in 7 semesters. Came back to Jersey Rutgers, killed the pro day, and without further ado, let's just get to it. Jonathan Hilliman, how you doing, man?
Good. Glad to be here, man.
Glad to be here. Thank you for coming out, man. So, let me start here. I want to get the records. I want to get to the records days because we're here, your senior year, you know. I want to ask you about this because I saw this online. I thought it was kind of funny. I want to make sure it's true. Now, rumor has it in the running back room, they have a nickname for you. Right or wrong?
You're correct.
Yeah? You want to share it with me?
Yeah, so I'm giving a little minor shout out to my boy Raheem Blackshear. When I came in, he kind of was just like, I'm like the unk of the group, so he kind of would call me Pop, and it kind of stuck. So people, you know, after games, stuff like that, they say, great game, Pop, stuff like that. So it was cool, but it was just to symbolize, you know, just the age and the experience that I had, and it's a younger group, so just me being the leader of those guys. So, you know, I'm glad that they, you know, felt that way towards me. You know?
Yeah, it seems like it really resonated too. We gave you that nickname off the bat. You didn't even ask for that.
Yeah, 100%.
So you think that leadership role, you just stepped into it because of their veteran presence, or is it because of any other qualities you might have had?
Yeah, I would say when I first came in, my goal was kind of beyond all the stuff that I wanted for the season. My goal was to kind of earn guys' respect, kind of from the top down, from the coaches to the older players to the younger players. So that's kind of what, I had. And when I came in, just handling my business and stuff like that, guys saw that I was about the right stuff. And so they kind of forced me into that role. And it was a role that I was kind of used to, so it wasn't no big deal.
Would you say you had a leadership role in high school as well and at Boston College?
I would say so. I mean, at first in high school, I would say I was an immature player. I was a guy who, I kind of felt that, I gotta have the ball in my hands for us to win, and I kind of didn't put too much trust into my teammates because, the teams that I've been on before, Little League and Pop Warner Middle School, I kind of had to do a lot of this stuff, so I guess I was kind of in that frame of mind. But, as I got older and played with better players, I had to learn to, trust the guys around me that they'll do their job and encourage them to do their job, and this made me a better teammate, made me a better player. And I would say definitely at Boston College was working my way up and earning that respect. Right. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely came into Boston College with a lot of respect. Freshman year, all confidence off that. How was that like? How was that experience?
I mean, it was good. I kind of came in, just expecting to play a lot of special teams, getting into the fold a little bit. But, as the season went on and I gained more confidence, I was able to just, learn the plays and learn the offense more until towards the end of the season where I was recognized for the accolades, being all conference and freshman All-American, stuff like that. That was, great things.
All conference, freshman All-American, and stuff like that. Man, this man John is too humble, This man is too humble. Now, you're hearing all his high of highs. Now, let him break down to you his low of lows, because he's been there too. And sticking to your passion, truly, ain't no game. Coming off an injury, coming back full speed. How was that journey?
So yeah, coming off an injury, coming back full speed, that rewinded back to sophomore year. That was after the fabulous freshman year that everybody is kind of like still hyped about. And, I had like 1,000 yards, 13 touchdowns, everything. It was a big deal, like big deal, right? So come back and I'm training like a beast because I'm like, well, I gotta match this. I'm not even match this. I gotta supersede that season because I'm like, well, I'm on my pace to get out of here in 3 years, like pretty much what I want to do. And I pretty much the third game of the season, I'm pretty much turning the corner. I mean, the first couple games we struggled as an offense, but then we kind of got it going. The third game with a big win over Northern Illinois, I had a big game, and I get hurt early in the fourth quarter, and I thought it was something I could shrug off. It's something that I, dealt with in high school a little bit and kind of played through it, but, it was weird. And when the x-rays came, it was like, man, I'm out for the rest of the year. And I said, well, I can try to work through this, and they didn't really want me to. So just that, fast forwarding through the rehab process and everything, it was kind of tough because I never had been hurt. I never missed a game before that. I've been pretty much like an Iron Man the whole part of my career up to that point, and getting hurt and sitting back on the back burner, and kind of coaches are not really thinking too much about you, not in a bad way, but it's kind of just like the nature of the business. So you got to get the next guy up, next man up. So it was tough. Mentally I had to stay strong. I definitely got closer to God in that situation, definitely to this. To this day, our relationship has just been unbelievable. I've always been a Christian, but it's always been mom and dad's religion. It's never been my own personalized, what do I believe? And I kind of learned those things when I was hurt because I really got close to him. A lot of people reached out to me. A lot of people, made sure that I was cool. And, I kind of just said, I had to really do that, not just for myself, get back and be stronger, not just for my dreams in there, but be stronger for them. The people that kind of just like looked out and said, you're going to be all right, you're going to be strong, don't worry about it, you're stronger than this, you'll be straight. And that's what I kind of did. And I just, went hard with the rehab, and, camp came around and did my thing again, and that's just what it was. So, mentally, it wasn't no different than, any adversity that I've seen that wasn't, football or sports related. So, yeah.
I was doing research on your story. One thing that came up a couple times was adversity. We stumbled upon a lot of adversity in your path. It looks like even this year at RU, you guys had plans on doing a little bit better than the season than you did. That's adversity as well. Even the fact that somehow, with all the things we listed and everything you've done, you got no invite to the combine. Right. Which is nuts to me. So when all these things happened to you, how did you face that adversity, and what did you do internally and externally to get through all of that?
Right. I just remember, I mean, at the end of the day, you kind of, when adversity hits, stuff comes, you got to remember why you got into the game in the first place, you know, and a lot of times, I mean, I just had to remember, you know, who I was, remember why I got into this game, how much I love it. Exactly. And it just fueled me to come back even stronger and come back and, you know, reinvent myself again, you know what I'm saying? And as far as, you know, this year, I would say it was really tough. It was an eye-opening experience. Obviously, a lot of things happened. Guys got hurt, you know, a lot of things happened within the locker room and on the field. So it was really tough. We had a lot of inexperience, you know, playing. And, you know, it is what it is, but I mean, I guess it's just a learning point for me, just another level of adversity just to deal with, and just being able to put everything you have into something and doesn't pan out, but you still got to go back to the drawing board and be able to, you know, reinvent yourself again. And as far as the combine thing, well, hey, it is what it is.
It is what it is, right?
I can't, you know, I can't control that. That's just one thing I learned as I got older, is just to control the controllables, and I can't control if I get invited. I can control my pro day, because that's something that's guaranteed, and that, I mean, obviously, from what everybody says, I lit it up. So I mean,
let's talk about that. I was just about to, I'm happy about that. Let's talk about it, because you can be humble. I don't have to be humble for you. The pro day, you know, ran a good time. You know, did great on the drills. So for you going to the draft, did it help your confidence going in? Did it help you in terms of figuring out, like, okay, I think I have a spot here in this next level?
Well, I mean, I think it helped my chances. I always felt confident regardless of what I was like, if I get drafted or not. I always felt like I could play at the highest level. You know, I played guys in college who I've earned their respect over the years just by playing them, and they're doing phenomenal things on the next level. So I always felt, you know, just when I get there, when I get the opportunity, I know I'll be able to capitalize. But I was very, very grateful for my performance on the pro day. It was about 3 months of hard work, just really being disciplined, from meal prep to, you know, sleeping, to taking care of the body, to working out all the time, and really honing on just the drills and speed and everything, you know. And so I was very, very grateful that, you know, all the work came out to fruition and, you know, paid off. So I was really happy about that.
When our back's against the wall and all things are failing, you have to be ready to reinvent yourself. If you're not ready to reinvent yourself, then you fall into stagnation. If you're not innovating, you're stagnating. And if you're stagnating and you don't see the progression that you want, then you might just throw your passion to the side. But that's not how we achieve. That's not how we achieve. It's 2020, it's time to achieve, man. It's time to achieve. So you gotta understand, you gotta be ready to innovate, reinvent yourself. Go back to the drawing board and reinvent yourself. You also gotta, this man John just broke it down, you gotta believe in yourself. Believe in yourself, believe in your capabilities. Because if you believe in yourself, then even when things aren't going your way or the way that you want, you still have that faith within. And you generate this faith within through hard work, practice, perseverance. This man John, after a terrible season, some might just cry and say, oh no, like, why me? And just be a victim. This man John said, nah, like, everything happened for me. I understood, I grew from that experience. And then now, instead of spending a second soaking, this man didn't spend a second soaking, went straight to work for 3 months, put in work. And then now we know him today. I killed the pro day. And now we know him today as the New York Giant Jonathan Hilliman. Please understand, in the face of adversity, you can choose to either fall victim or call yourself a victim. Why me? Everything's happening to me, why me? Or you could say, oh wow, this is for me. This is for me to learn. This is for me to grow. It's not to not be upset for a second or two, but don't take any more than a second or two. Understand what has occurred and grow from it. So, I mean, you stuck around to the end. So now you're about to find out this little surprise we got for this man, John. Understand that a lot of love came into the surprise. Let's find out.
I won't put you on the spot, but we have something we want to give you, but in return, I might need to hear freestyle, something to 8 or something like.
Yeah, okay.
So what you got for me?
I got something, all right. So listen, since I spit it like the best did it, the only piece they want me to see is to rest in it. I'm dangerous because they know I got the best vision. The people's champ, so they portray me in the best image. I'm only trying to see more checks and less gimmicks. More skrilla than digits, trying to see less missing. They can't get it, they less gifted. So if I'm coaching y'all, I'm gonna need me some more Jordans and less Pippins. You know what I'm saying? But that's all you get for free, man. That's all you get for free. You know,
check the EP for the rest. All right, man. But before we let you go, I gotta get something for you real quick, man. These. Oh man. Yeah, this is for you. from 3-4 passion personas, custom design. Yeah, man.
Wow.
Let people see. Let people see. Let them see. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We got the colors on here. Now we got the BC.
Yeah, you got the Boston College and the Rutgers, man.
Yeah.
Nah, I like this.
Yeah, so you just gotta come on here and kill with this. The 8, like, what is that? He said, yeah, something light. That's not something light. Well, in exchange, that's what we have for you. These are the shoes, you know.
100%.
Worked on them hard. I got a lot of likeness in there. What do you see in these shoes?
I mean, I feel like it captured just pretty much my whole football life, I would say. So it's kind of, you know, sentimental that they're on cleats. You know what I'm saying? Kind of how my journey began. I mean, they got the Cardinal right here because I'm from Plainfield. So, I mean, that's, you know, drawn very, very well.
The artist did his thing.
Now we over here. This side, on the silver side, is a Marauder, you know, from St. Peter's Preps. You know, everybody pretty much knows about St. Peter's is the silver helmet, right? That's kind of like a staple in our program. No logo, no nothing. It's just like, it just makes us different from everybody else. And so now we got the gold. So now I kind of upgraded the silver to the gold when I went to Boston College.
Right.
And I kind of, you know, planted my flag out there for a little bit. And everything kind of came back full circle.
Back home.
To the, you know, the silver that Rutgers has, you know, and just coming back home and everything, and, you know, being able to play, you know, in front of friends and family and everybody who kind of, you know, I started the journey with. So yeah, it's really, these cleats are really sentimental, man.
Yeah.
It's really dope. But I definitely would play in these.
Well, don't, man. I don't want you to go.
I can't. But I'm definitely gonna put these up. But these are fly. Like, I really appreciate you guys for this, man. This definitely means a lot, 100%.
So we got through the journey. You know, we got through the shoes. He broke it down for us. But before we let you go, I want to end this with one last question for those out there that are looking up to you, the kids coming behind that you worked with, those that don't really understand the journey. In your mind, what does it take to get to this point?
Well, to this point, I would say it just takes some persistence, patience, and prayer. Right? So,
3 Ps.
Exactly. So, I mean, the persistence part is just battling through adversity. I mean, I feel like you can't really call yourself a persistent person if you kind of fold when adversity hits. You know what I'm saying? And it really didn't mean that much to you. You know, you gotta, that part of that, being persistent, is knowing your why you got into it. I mean, my why is my family, my friends, you know, my dreams, and my love for the game of football. I love football. Like, every time I go to a football field, it's just like, I get kind of like that. It's like I go right back into when I first got on a football field when I was 6 years old. I feel that way every time. And the day that I don't is probably the day that I'll call it quits. Right. You know, just being patient. You know, I watched a lot of people growing up. I watched a lot of kids my age, kids older than me. You know, they achieve success and living their lifelong dreams, and I support it all the time. Those are my close friends. You know, really close friends, and I'm very happy for them. But I just knew that everybody has their turn. Everybody has their turn. So even when adversity hits and things like that, just stay patient, just stay persistent, stay on it, and understand that, you know, your day will come. You just got to be ready for it. Because there's nothing worse than somebody complaining about not getting an opportunity and not being ready when the opportunity comes. There's nothing worse than that. So just being ready and staying on it, and don't ever forget about that prayer part. You know what I'm saying? If you don't believe, okay, that's another thing, and I'm not gonna sit here and try to, you know, convert people, you know, but just something that's worked for me is just constantly, you know, just praying without ceasing. That's what the Bible says, and just continuing to just trust God and understand that, you know, things are in His hands, and the stuff that He puts in your hands, you can control, and the things that He doesn't put in your hands, He's controlling. Exactly. And so just constantly just staying prayerful about that, and just work. Just work, man. Just work. Leave no stone unturned. Just work on all your deficiencies. Work, and just, you know, build that confidence to go out and achieve. Because, I mean, you know, success comes from two things. It's either achievement or hard work. That's where your confidence is. Like, it's either you've done it or you're working to do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just ultimately what it is. And all the kids out there, man, just believe in yourself and believe in the things I said. And just go out and go do it. That's it.
Either you've done it or you're working to go do it.
100%.
And that work is important. People understand that.
It's underrated.
Underrated. Just like Jonathan Hilliman. Thanks for coming out, man.
I hope you guys enjoyed that one. This man John is absolutely amazing, and I hope you guys like the cleats. I know he loved the cleats, as you can see. My man John, the artist, actually went crazy on this. Link in the description below for his paint up session. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. I hope that you are motivated by Jon's story today, because Jon is no different than you and I. He just has a vision and he relentlessly pursues it. If you want to see the success in your life to the level of an NFL player, please understand that the only thing that allows you to get there is seeing the vision and being relentless about the execution. Reinventing yourself when you need to, believing in yourself, and just understanding that everything is possible if you're possible. I believe in you. This series is to help you understand, and this series is to help you start believing in yourself. So I hope that you go forth now and do what you say you want to do. Absolutely love you guys. I hope to see you guys in the next one, and stay well.
Who the man? He the man. Who the man? He the man. You feel me? You feel me? Hey, bro, listen. And if you make that on a t-shirt, I want my percentage.